So then, you have woken up to this life and are in the process of ascending, but you realize something. Carrying on in this ordinary life, there's a deep realization now that you haven't any place to get to, nowhere to go, no person in particular to meet, no timeline that you are trying to sync to, no real schedule to keep. Any old thing will do. The extraordinary is seen with open eyes in the ordinary. Who are you waiting for? Where do you want to get to in particular? Of course, there's motion, a need for movement, but even in stillness, there's a certain peculiarity. What better place is just around the corner? What breakthrough are you waiting for but this current breath? You're seeing the world through a new lens, to where every place you know of is the same, but this is a trick we do to ourselves. Everything is new, everything is different, everything is in eternal motion. Maybe we say everything is. But we more often than not forget this in daily life, whether it is through some other preoccupation, or anticipation, or excitement, or enjoyment. We skip over some details, focusing on what we will, or what God has gifted us in the moment, presently present in our routine. The same morning walk is made of infinite differences. You are just moving relative to the same amount of differences inside of you, reflecting the environment you wander. Your new skin cells, the tree's new cells, weather patterns and air currents. You can never do the same thing twice, even if you tried. It is impossible. Everything is newer than yesterday, but there are no real markers unless there are significant ends. Maybe down tree limbs from a storm. Ask the tree next time, did you lose some weight? You're looking extraordinarily beautiful today. What was yesterday? There are signs of it in the now, ripples of the future probabilities, but your environment is current. You walk further to see paint peeled. We must repaint and repair. What does it mean but the constantness of change? Whether we are unconscious or conscious of this, it is always present, always occurring. To get hold of such an off-balance thing, the ever-changing world, you may have a to-do list, you may have a drink, find a substance of your choosing, eat a comforting food, to find some sense of peace. These things come into our life and fade. We are left ever grabbing at stability. Balance is hard to be had with this new perspective. Just revel in this. There is no constant like art. What is enjoyable to paint but a scenic view that will never go away, where it is always summer, or always the most beautiful part of fall? A shady tree on a hill where I could go take a nap. I have a huge bowl of fruit, how hard it was to come by because of the seasonality. A fleeting treasure. I want to capture this moment. How healing for the mind to have structure and familiarity. Mental places to reside from the ever-changing environment we experience. To be an appreciator of art is easy, but even more satisfaction is in creating. even just painting or drawing lines, focusing on the flow of the brushstrokes, detailing lines with a pen and doodling. Art is like anything imagined can be communicated, even the unimaginable. Creating perfect worlds are how things ought to be. Resolutions through writing, letting the heart speak in poetry. Such power to regain a foothold, to calm yourself, stilling waters, and even gentle practice. That is where true growth and healing can occur, away from the harsh realities and unjust nature of life that is so easy to focus on. Where those bad feelings begat more bad feelings, and no solution to be had, but we are standing around with others feeling mad or angry, trying to convert as many people to our cause as possible, spreading disease, when the true solution is nowhere near these type of actions. But events sometimes seem overwhelming, unjust in the moment, of course. I feel like when I meet God, when I have met God, I am meeting God, I will say something. I'll say something to God like, why didn't you? Why didn't you do this? It may be a frustration, or some remedy that I thought would solve a problem, or something I thought I was due. Ah, yes, my entitlement, or a resolution of tragedy in others. Wasn't I deserving? Were they not deserving? Wasn't it due? You and your synchronatic, ununderstandable power of creation, timing, everything. Why couldn't you do this one thing? This one thing could have saved people, saved me, reduced suffering. And God will say back to me, why didn't you? Why didn't you? I put you in the perfect circumstance. The right people were around you, even if you thought they were the wrong ones. So why didn't you? And in my silence, maybe my frustration, but a realization that I could have done anything during my life, that I can do anything, that my life is connecting cosmic mental impulses in this physical space. Maybe some of it is noise, but anything can be made, in some way, by some means. An idea, a word, some emotional understanding to uplift others through the process of creation. Art, tools, objects, a service, a truly quality product of hard work and imagination. I can express, you can express, we can express, together. And when I meet God, I hope God says, I am happy you did express.